What's up YouTube? This is Simon here. I'm going to do an update on basically the commercial property that I recently purchased and how things are coming along here. We're pretty much done with demolishing the place, so I'll do a quick little walkthrough. This should be a short video. Just give you guys an update. This frame here is still going to be taken out right behind me. So if you look on this side, we're gonna take this out to have an open platform to the kitchen / warehouse area right here. All of our doors have been removed here. We have your carpet, which was pulled out in each of these office rooms. Let's go in here really quick so you can see that these office rooms have no more carpeting. It's just cement slab. We're gonna repaint windows, as I mentioned before. They took out the kitchenette here. We're gonna rebuild that. Bathrooms are also, lights are off, but the bathrooms are also stripped. We have to take out the shower still. If we go further, basically this has been reframed. So this is a new office room here that's been reframed. So the conference room is expanded. This looks pretty much the same since the last video here. Also kind of reframed. They are taking out all this insulation that's above me and replacing it with brand new insulation, which is actually per plans, and I'm hoping the plans are out so we could go ahead and see them. Okay guys, so obviously I cut in this scene because we ended up not having the plans there. It's actually every contractor's responsibility to leave the job site plans on the job site. They have stamps on them. An inspector may come in and inspect what's on there. I couldn't find it during this walkthrough, which you'll see later. So what I have done is I've pulled up actually our floor plan, which is the simplest part of the plans. It's what the building or what the floors will look like. The contractors, or sorry, I should say the architect's plans are about 60 to 70 pages. This is just one page of the plans. There's so much that goes into structural as well as the outside parking and so forth. The Title 24, which is electrical. I'm just going to go over the place and the floor plan so you can see what the vision is with that floor plan here. So if you look on the right side, this is actually the first floor of the building. So right here is your outdoor area with our parking, and you're able to walk through here. Now, this is the main entrance, which I walked into from the previous videos. You have this now, which is going to be an open reception area for seating, potentially a desk. And here, this is the area I talk about in the video, which actually is open to the public. So there's nothing here, there's no more wall. This is the kitchenette I walked by that was demolished. This is the first floor office with the carpet being pulled out that I mentioned during this walkthrough video. This is the second office on that first floor. This is that wall that had to be moved over from here. So originally this wall was something along the lines like so, cutting into this big potential room. If you saw my previous videos, this was a rap studio about like this. So that was pretty crazy. We moved this wall this way. When we did that, we enabled ourselves to have such a big conference room, which is at least 12 feet by, I'd say about 25 feet or so. As you could tell, seating here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each side, so 12, a potential 14 person conference room. There are the two bathrooms which we walked by in this particular video, which you'll go into. I show myself going in here, and there was a shower here because people used to live here, if you saw my other videos when I did the walkthrough and buying. And if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out as well, and I'll include the links at the bottom. So when you walk through here, this is a seating area that's open space. This is the glass that I talk about later in this video that gets replaced. Originally this is a garage door, and this leads to that huge outside patio and so forth, which is on this side. Here's our kitchen, which is pretty big. It's 18 feet by probably 19 feet here. So almost a 400 square foot kitchen, or for our employees to rest, eat, you know, have some snacks, etc. This is an office space which is 20 feet. It looks, actually, sorry, it's 32 feet. So 20 feet here and 12 feet here. So it's 32 feet by, I would say, 19 feet. So pretty large area, 600 or so square feet for office space. We did add a third office, or will add a third office here for HR or anyone else. Big thing, if you notice me walking up the stairs later in this video or in the past videos, you'll see that the staircase was like so. We are moving that and placing it this way so that you could come up the stairs. You will now have storage under the stairs as well. And this gives it a little bit of an open space feel look anywhere from this angle to if you're walking, if you're walking anywhere this way outside through the huge doors, or even outside through the kitchen, and then you could have open feel this way as well. So that was my vision. This is the concept I came up with, and the architect put it to paper. Now on the left side, which we just scrolled, this is the second floor. We come up from the stairs this way. So if you look here, you go up the stairs, you end up walking up the stairs this way and out this way. You exit out on this gigantic space. This plus all of this is open. These are some bigger desks, so they're meant for staging. They're not actual seating desks. You could sit quite a few people up here once this is done. This is 40 feet by, let's see, by 30 feet, so 40 by 30, maybe in certain areas it's like 25 to 30. So pretty gigantic open area. This is where I was planning to have the studio, maybe some desks, some things that we're planning on, etc. If you also walk this way, you have one private office here. Then this is glass and glass, so you could see inside. These are mini offices, and I'll show you this idea. I got this idea from a pal that works at a company called Intuit. I'll link some of these in the video as well, so you can actually see them right now. And these private offices enable you to come in to the unit. It's actually enough for 2 people to sit, because they are the desk is going to be as long as the office door, and that length is about 8 feet 6 inches. So you could have 2 of these seats to have meetings, or if someone needs to fill some paperwork and so forth, just private little offices. And these are neat because they take the space of one office, but oftentimes we have people coming in that need to use an office, but they're not a stationary employee. Here's another break room. Now I decided to add a second break room because I don't think employees that are working up here should have to walk all the way down the stairs into the break room here while people are having lunch. You want a quick cup of coffee or whatever, you would be able to get that right there. Now, this is a storage, and the storage has access to your roof as well as some storage. So this is where also the mechanical stuff will go. All the mechanical equipment will be stored here, HVAC and so forth. Then you have those 3 offices I keep talking about, 1, 2, 3. And those are going to be used as well by, I'm not sure who yet, but you do have 3 offices, and we, per code, whatever's downstairs has to be upstairs. So we had to add 2 more bathrooms upstairs. So there's going to be another additional 2. There's no longer men and women. It's called all gender bathrooms or gender neutral bathrooms. So that is kind of the thing. On a funny note, they also can't call a master bedroom a master bedroom anymore in California. It's now called a primary bedroom. I just found out on another property that I'm doing architectural designs for, which are not in this video and have not been on YouTube yet. So that's a pretty cool project. Hopefully I'll share it one day, but let's see how it goes. So here finally is another hallway. You could go this way or this way to the open area. You could enter this gigantic, and I mean gigantic, conference room through 2 doors that are glass. This right here is all glass, by the way. So if you look at this, let me grab the shapes. This is all glass. overlooking this entire area. This is glass, that's glass, this is glass here as well. So everything that you see kind of in the same shape is glass, which is pretty neat, as well as here. So you could see so this one and this one. So you could see who's where, and this is a glass door. Pretty cool office layout. This is the corner with the most window view. This will be used as a conference room and a podcast studio. I do want to make my podcast studio multifunctional. Unfortunately, I can't just dedicate my studio to just that. YouTube is not my job. I earned all my money through business practices, hustle, and so forth, not through YouTube. So when I give you guys advice on my channel, it's from a lot of years of experience in business in many different industries, which I hope you find rewarding or resourceful for you. So that's the entire walkthrough of the 2 floors of the property. This totals to 5,000 square feet, 5,300 or so square feet. Now, how I added value here is because I took what was here originally was this setup plus this mezzanine, and I found out that only this setup was permitted, not even the wrap studio or whatever, but only this warehouse was permitted. This mezzanine was not permitted. So they actually had the building at 2,750 square feet in the county records. That's what I made basically my bid on the property for. I was able to go in, and by adding this second floor that's permitted, that's why I'm pulling these permits and getting a license. Now my building is 5,200, 5,300 square feet, guys. I just doubled the value of this property, officially having official square footage. So if I ever wanted to sell this building, I'd say, hey, go to the county. This is actually listed at 52 or 5,300 square feet. That's what you're paying me on if I ever sell the building. Also, if I need to reappraise it and do a cash out or anything like that, now my building value just doubled. And that's what I wanted to show you guys of my plans with the building that I purchased and the things that I try to do with this unit. So let's get back to this video. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Again, I always appreciate you guys watching my videos, and hit that like button and subscribe. Let's head over to the warehouse area. On the floor, there's nothing but nails here, so they didn't do that good of a job cleaning up. Water heaters being placed outside. Let's go upstairs to see how it's looking like here. All right, this is where the big part comes in, and I'm hoping I could catch it. So they blocked this off here, as you could see right behind me. The reason they did that is they don't want anyone walking over there. So if you look here on this side, we got a lot of work going on this property. We've pulled up all of the floorboards here. The reason I ended up doing that is because I did not want to hear any squeaking whatsoever when someone is walking upstairs to the downstairs office. And specifically, we need to get 1 1/8 inch thick boards that go along to the second floor of the offices and the studio, or whatever you want to call it at this point. But these old boards were squeaking when you walked on them. I felt that if we were to keep them, we would actually have a hard time, or I would actually fear, or not like the fact that they would squeak later when someone is walking above. And to me, it was worth the investment of an extra couple $1,000s to get all this taken apart at this time and redone so that we can, so that we have a really good solid floor that does not move. So that's the demolishing update. I'm waiting for them to pull all these floorboards up, replace them, and we begin staging that second story pretty soon. You could see that they've also already started doing framing here, which is right behind me. and this framing will be what the office frames are gonna be. So I'm hoping that within a month we get the floorboards put back and the framing done to the second floor all around this warehouse here, so that we can start getting it structurally sound. Cool thing is, I don't think I mentioned, or I might have, this garage doors coming out, and this will be an entire glass style entrance to the yard, so people could go in and out. They could take their lunch breaks. It would have a lot of light coming into the property on both floors as well, because this door does go to the second floor. Anyway, hope you guys liked this review video. Please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. As always, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. This is, I believe, part 4 of the commercial investment. This is my first investment. Let me know what you guys think. I won't probably do another video for commercial on this commercial property until we get a little bit further the framing part of it, so you could see what's going on. So advice from this video that you could take: definitely replace the flooring while you can, because it's too difficult to take it out after everything's been put back and done, and make sure that your floors are solid on the second floor to prevent noise. And even seeing it right here, right behind me, is you could tell that these floorboards right there are not that thick to prevent noise from coming in. The thicker floorboards with the hardy backer on top for the tiles that we're planning to put will actually make it a lot more sturdy and solid. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is Simon. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps that YouTube algorithm. And as always, I appreciate it. Comment below what you guys think. Thank you.